What's going on, man? It's your boy Wise. I'm back. Um, we're gonna do this Miami versus Ball State recap, man. I had to go back and rewatch the film because I was actually out of town. I was in Miami last weekend, but handling some family stuff. So I saw most of the game, then I re went back and rewatched some film, extended highlights, just kind of started looking at some of the game in general. Um, I'm not gonna waste quote unquote too much time on this per se. I mean, we did what I expected us to do. Um, I said I expected it to be similar to the FAMU game. Obviously, we shut them out. What it was 62-0. Um, but there's a couple of things I really I guess I want to discuss from what I saw at the time, man. So I mean, as everybody knows, uh, Cam Ward had another great game. We had some drops once again. We'll get into that in a second. But nah, man, if they don't call back like that 70-yard TD from Horton, and it was another one that was called back. I mean, he's staring at every bit of 400 plus yards. So, I mean, I think everybody can finally take a sigh of relief, man. I know it was Ball State or whatever, but just enjoy it. Miami finally has a quarterback. We've never had a quarterback like Cam Ward ever before, just being totally honest, just because of his playing style and everything. And I said before the season that I expected him to throw for at least 4,040 TDs. So, I mean, right now he's a little over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. So, with the expectation that we'll make it to the playoffs, sounds like he's on pace to throw for at least 4,000 and throw for around 40 touchdowns. So, even if he doesn't, he definitely is going to break the single season record for passing yards and total TDs and passing touchdowns this year. Worst case scenario. But, he was doing, what I expected him to do, man. A lot of great throws that were made. In particular, just, talking about the drops, man. That ball he threw to Jacoby, that touchdown that Jacoby dropped I thought that was a great pass. I thought that was an NFL throw. Jacoby dropped it. That would have been a TD. So we end up settling for the field goal. And then, in regards to the other drops, man, I want to say, and I don't quote me on this if I'm wrong, but I feel like Sam Brown had two more drops. Could be wrong, but if I'm tracking right, he has five drops on the year. And I'm not going by the PFF stuff. I'm going by what I saw. Like, the boy got to stop dropping the ball, man. Seriously, I understand, Jacoby dropped the touchdown as well, but like I said, bro, Sam Brown got at least five drops on the year from my count. I don't care how they count them or whatever. I saw him drop five he should have caught and not no fingertips like he dropped them. So, and I'm pretty sure ain't nobody, that kid probably, beating himself up about some of the drops or just going back, go look at the film, work harder, but he need to tighten up because the drops are becoming, not even becoming, they are a problem at this point. Let's be real. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. You better get an extra 500 or extra 1,000 catches on the jug machine. I don't know what you need to do, my boy, but you need to tighten the fuck up. Um, the running. AJ Allen obviously had the two really good runs. I think he made the most of his opportunities when he got in the game. I thought later in the game, Jordan Lyle definitely did a good job of his opportunities. Mark Fletcher as well. Martinez only had three carries. I believe this is in the first quarter, man. This is one of the because I had been asking for us to run more straight up run plays, and I believe we ran a counter, and Inez Cooper pulled. And I don't think Inez caught his block. Whoever was at tight end on that play got blown up basically into the backfield. Like it was like three Ball State defenders like on him immediately. And it was a straight up run play. Wasn't RPO. We called it and we got our ass kicked at the line of scrimmage. And I was kind of confused about it. I was like, damn, like really? So obviously they didn't give him any too many carries in general, but the one run play I know we called specifically for him, it was blown up immediately. I didn't like the fact of, how that went down and stuff like that. But um, yeah, he only had 3 carries for 3 yards. As far as receiving, Jacoby hit his first 100-yard game. X had 2 touchdowns. Y'all know that. Royo made some plays. Chris Johnson cribbed that one. I think overall, man, the offense from a passing perspective looks great. I guess they heard the complaints about not taking the down the field shots because we definitely took some. I took more this game. All of them weren't completed, but in general, man, Cam Ward I think he's still leading the nation in completions over 20 plus yards. Like, I mean, it's moving. Everything is moving down the field. I think Markel Bell played much better than he did the FAMU game. You could see the growth. It was better competition this time, and I think he stepped up. I'll be glad when Jalen Rivers is back, but it looks good to see that we have some kind of depth. I know it's Ball State and FAMU, but I thought he looked drastically better than he did the week before. Inez Cooper went down, but Mario said he's gonna be good to go this upcoming week. Um, I thought Emery looked good in his time that he had. I know a lot of it was quick, get it out and stuff like that, get it out passes, but he did what he was asked to do. And if he missed something on one of the drives and then he came back and caught it on the next drive, man. So I thought he looked good for when he got in there. He was getting the ball out quickly. His placement was well. So I think it's good for him, especially knowing that he's expected to redshirt this year. So, he has what I believe 3 more games we can play him in. And get him some experience and things like that. Just people forget he is a true sophomore. Um, I don't know if he is the guy. I'm not convinced he's the guy for the future, but like I said, he's a true sophomore. And with time, additional year in the system, him just learning more. He is a gamer. I like the way he takes command when he's out there on the field. So we'll see. We're not really gonna touch on that too much, but um, yeah, just in general, man, seeing a lot of these young guys get these snaps early on, I think it's great, offensively and defensively, man. Malik had 2 great plays that he made. I felt like Simeon Barrow was just playing better and better and better. Um, I thought he had a great game. I thought Barron was wreaking havoc. Elijah Austin, like we look good, man. We look good overall. No quote unquote true complaints in general, honestly. I like the way things looked and overall we stayed pretty healthy. I think Cooper might have been the only one that had went down. But nah man, we beat the dog shit out of them boys like I expected us to do. No disrespect to Ball State, but it is what it is, man. I told y'all obviously the caliber of talent isn't on the same level. So we did what we needed to do. Continuing to get these young guys snaps and these reps are paramount for us to continue to get better as a team. Um, just progressing throughout this season, especially, for like later on in the year. Like some of these young guys that are playing more and more, rather if it be Lofton, Scott, obviously OJ Frederick, um, rather if it's Popo, don't matter. Horton had some good snaps in there. Um, just different guys, man. Hopefully Zaquan Patterson continues, to get more snaps and everything. And Dylan Day, I believe, had made a great play. We got a chance to see, some of the young wide receivers catch a couple passes and different things, man. So I think overall it was a good day. Um, defensively, I mean, we shut down anything they wanted to do or tried to do or whatever. And the quarterback, I think he was like 8 of 8 or 9 for 9 at one point, but it wasn't nothing concerning because it was like, bro, if this what y'all gonna do to try to win the game, y'all might as well pack it up, send it in. Shit was crazy, but in the first half, things were slow at first. And then once it got to rolling, like it really just got to rolling. I think what we only scored 10 in the first quarter. Um, and then Chris Johnson caught that pass from Cam Ward, cribbed it. I think that was in that split back set too. I believe it was two backs in the backfield. We ran that again this week, and folks got to peep and pay attention. Like we're doing, certain things, but I believe that's what we scored out of. But and then obviously he comes back, hit Arroyo twice, and we get the turnover. He hit X for the TD. Come back out, he hit Jacoby for the TD, and at that point, man, play another drive, I think, and he was done once he hit 41 or whatever the case may be, man. But nah, we need to enjoy this. That's what I'll say, Canes fans. Enjoy it. It's been a long time since we've had a competent team. This is the first time I feel like in 20 years we actually have a legitimate coaching staff, top to bottom. I can't really tell you where the holes are on the staff. Mario, he made mistakes originally when he was making these hires. But the one thing I've been impressed with, man, he's been able to accept some of the mistakes he's made and not be stubborn and continue to be relentless about, trying to make this program get back to where it needs to get to. And him not being stubborn about things, rather if it was okay, boom, OC didn't work, new OC. Okay, DC didn't work, new DC. Fire the linebacker coach, make promotions, just different things, man. Hired a time management person. Just so much. Got rid of DB coach. Got a new DB coach. Like we're doing what we need to do, building the trenches up and everything. And things are looking well, man. Things are looking well. So real quick, I know people was talking about, like we weren't running the ball as much first half and stuff like that. I think how we play USF is how we will probably play our ACC opponents. That's just my personal take. I think that we will see what we need to see in general, whether if it's different plays being made or whatever. Like I think everything that we see for the USF game would be what it needs to be, man. I think that we've been bringing out more and more piece by piece. But I watched Dawson one of the interviews and he said he really ain't broke out the offense yet. But you can't just practice the shit and not do it in the game. I don't care how many times you rep that shit in practice. You gotta let these kids do this shit live in the game and take it and give them the opportunity to learn from the mistakes that are made, the good things that happen on the play, and build on it for when you need to call those plays and key moments. So I do think that he'll do that. But other than that, man, that's it, man. We did what we needed to do. And just looking forward to getting ready for this next game. So I'm out.